Babe.
There is a huge fundraising deadline.
Hello, guys. We're going to get started in a second. I'm just going to post a link on the Patreon so they can join us. I hope everybody is well. Definitely let me know in the comments how this past week has been for you, how this weekend has been for you. It's definitely been, I feel like it's been a little bit more chill. That's for me, how it's been. Like for the most part, it's been a little bit more chill. It calmed down a little bit more than before. But let me just go ahead and share the link on the Patreon so they can join us. Okay. We are going to be doing a meditation today. So if you need to grab your favorite crystal, if you need to, you know, grab your tools that you would like to use, feel free to do so. But we are going to get started in a few minutes. Okay, so there we go. Okay, so I hope everybody is doing well. Okay. So, hey, hello everybody. Hi. Workload has been more chill, but I find myself aggravated by everybody, but also like proud of myself for my inner strength, but then sad about the things I had to go through for that strength. Girl. Let me tell you, I was really pissed off today. At a really weird point, and I feel like it was really triggered heavily by the moon being in Taurus, like the anger part. And I'm gonna tell you why. Because one of my roommates decided that he was going to take 8 cans of beer that were ours, me and Bae's, from the refrigerator. And then he left an envelope with, you know, $20, like, oh, I took your beer, here's $20. And I was so mad because I was planning on making Babe a chicken beer stew for today, okay? And I was so mad because I was like, why would you take, like, that like moon and Taurus energy, like, why did you take my shit? Like, really like, you know? And so I went off on him because he was in the room. And I was like, you don't do that. You don't take my stuff and then give me $20 because then I'm gonna have to go back to the store and go get it again. Like, I convenienced myself to get it, have it in the refrigerator, so when I'm ready to make it, it's ready to go, okay? And now I don't have it. Granted, I did have backups because me and Babe started keeping our beer in our room for the most part because of this type of situation, but it was really annoying how it was just like, he had like some friends over, I think it was like yesterday, and he just he made it okay for them to take our stuff, and I was just like, no, that's not cool. Don't fucking touch my stuff. Like, I was so pissed off. So yeah, no, that like like the possessions, the values, and the time, the investment, all of that. Like when he did that, it really, really pissed me off today. So I can relate to the being aggravated by everybody else because people tried it. Okay, people tried it. Also, I'm still drinking this. If you saw the new video that I posted earlier today, I'm still drinking this. It's still very delicious, but I'm still drinking it. I just finished eating too, because I finished making dinner. That's why I put the live to be a little bit later today, so I could finish making dinner since I had, you know, all the stuff. But yes, I feel so depressed this weekend. Full moon in Aries, and I'm an Aries ascendant. Listen, I'm an Aries with a moon in Taurus. My anger has been on a million. Yo. Yo, that Mars and Aries like energy. It's really like on point. I feel like people really need to stop trying to kind of put themselves in positions that you will get lashed out at, especially if you know you're doing something wrong. Like if it's not in accordance with two parties, it's like you're gonna get called out. And I'm about to show you what's up. Because that Aries energy is like ready to go into battle. Like I feel, especially because, you know, Mars is in retrograde right now. It creates this having to take action in the past. And if you've set yourself up for success in the past, if you're like, you know what, I have this thing because I'm going to use it next week or something like that, and then, you know, you go to use it and it's gone and somebody just takes it, you're going to be pissed off because you just had a whole plan for that and now you have to readjust. And that was the whole thing about it. That's what really made me mad, because I'm just like, you're now making me spend more time getting it again. Like, it just, like, come on now. Anyway, so yeah, I had a pretty crazy weekend for the most part. But we are going to start getting started. I'm going to pull the mudras that we're going to need for the meditation. So again, if you just got here, please go grab your tool of choice. Do not think of the ice cream. I'm just going to look at Babe and I'm going to tell her no. 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 No, I didn't. No. Yeah. Babe's like, you forgot to tell him the engagement. I was like, no, I told him like 5 videos ago. Oh no, yeah, but that was on my IG. So yeah, no ice cream for y'all and no ice cream for Babe either. Every time that damn truck like drives down our damn house, like that street, Babe looks at me and I have to be like, no. Because no more extra sugar. Okay, so let's pick our mudras for the meditation. Okay, so what mudras do we need for this meditation? This is going to be a chakra realigning meditation. So I'm warning you right now, it can be very intense to do, especially if you have some blockages in there. So again, go get your crystal of choice. If you're feeling gravitated towards a specific crystal, go grab it because you're going to need it. Okay. So mudra, what mudras should we be using? Okay, we got 2. I'm going to ask for another one. Okay, that came out that fast. Okay. Wow, this one has been coming up a lot during the lives, which is really interesting. Okay, so we got balance meditation. Ooh, hold on, I don't know if you can see it. Oh, yeah, no, I'm sorry. Balance metabolism. There you go. Balance metabolism. I'm going to show you right there. And it says, a balance of rest and activity supports all of my body systems in functioning optimally. Okay, you see how I pick a whole chakra realigning meditation and then we're getting this type of card? I'm telling you. So this is what it looks like. Okay, that is what it looks like. And this is the back for my people who are going to come back later and pause and read. If you want to pause and read it later. We also have enthusiasm for living, As I nourish my inner being, I experience greater enthusiasm and vitality. Okay, so this is what this one looks like. Okay. Here we go. And then this is the back. So yeah, I can pause and read it later. And then the last one, we've been getting this one consistently for the past couple of weeks. Free flow of vital energy. Attuned to the free flow of vital energy, I move with the rhythms of life smoothly and easily. This is what this one looks like. And as I said in the other ones, this is actually a really good one to use with a plant. It's not mandatory, but is a really good one to use with a plant, especially if you've been having problems grounding yourself. This one right here. So this is what that one looks like, and this is the back for my people who's gonna come back later to read. Okay, so I'm gonna hold these up. Start putting a heart in the comments if you already intuitively picked your mudra for this week's meditation. Okay. So start putting some hearts in the comments so I know that you guys are good to go. And then we are going to get started on the meditation. Okay, I see one heart. Let me know if you guys need me to put it back up. I'm gonna wait till there's a couple more hearts because I want to make sure that you guys are good. I'm gonna hold it up one more time. Pick your mudra for the meditation. And then we're gonna be getting started. Okay, so if everybody is ready, I want everybody to start closing their eyes, okay? Start getting really relaxed. If you would like to, as I say every week, you can go ahead into half lotus or lotus pose, or you can lay on your back if you feel that's more comfortable, whatever way you like to meditate that will make you at your most comfortable. You can go ahead and begin to close your eyes. Really start grounding yourself in that pose. You're going to start taking deep breaths in and deep breaths out. You're breathing in and you're breathing out. You're going to start to visualize yourself inside of a golden egg surrounded by stars. And you're still maintaining your breath, breathing in and breathing out. This divine healing light that's surrounding you inside of the golden egg, it's universal healing light. So you're breathing in that light inside your body. You're sending that light anywhere in your body that needs a little bit of extra attention. breathing in that light. And you're breathing out. And you are going to start zooming in into your root chakra. And I want you to start visualizing the color of the root chakra as a wheel turning red. I want you to pay attention to which direction the colors are moving. Are they moving fast? Are they moving slow? Are they moving counterclockwise? Are they moving clockwise? Is it a really, really bold red color? Or is it a dim red color? Focus in on your root chakra and let it tell you which way it's moving. If your root chakra is moving slowly, or it doesn't have a really bold red color, or if it's moving counterclockwise, you are going to envision yourself fueling your root chakra with that red energy until it turns clockwise and starts moving in the right direction. So you're breathing in and you're sending that light to your root chakra, and it's turning the wheel of your root chakra, fueling it in the right direction. You're breathing in. You're breathing out. When you're ready, you are going to visualize a stream of light going up into your sacral chakra from your root chakra. And now we're going to focus in your root chakra. And you are going to pay attention to the color of your root chakra. Is it a dark orange color? Is it moving counterclockwise? Is it moving slowly? And if so, take a deep breath in and send that breath into your sacral chakra until you turn it into the proper color. You're breathing in and you're breathing out. When your chakra looks like the color of a really ripe orange. You can start to visualize a stream going up into your solar plexus chakra as it shows you your health of your solar plexus chakra. How is your solar plexus chakra moving? Is the wheel moving slow? Is it counterclockwise? Is it a really sickly yellow color? If so, take a deep breath in, and you're going to send that breath into your solar plexus until that chakra turns to a bold, bright yellow. And you're breathing in and sending that light into your solar plexus, turning it into a very bold, steady yellow. When you're ready, you can start to visualize a stream moving up into your heart chakra. You're going to visualize a wheel in your heart space with the color green. Pay attention to which direction your heart chakra wheel is turning. Is it counterclockwise? Is it clockwise? Is it a bold green color? Or is it a very gray color? If so, take a deep breath in and send that divine healing light into your heart space until it turns and looks in the right direction. You're breathing in, deep breaths in, and you're breathing out. Breathing in, breathing out. When you're ready and your heart chakra looks and feels the way it's meant to, you can visualize a stream coming out of your heart chakra, going up into your throat chakra. You're visualizing that blue wheel in your throat space. You're going to take a deep breath in. And you're going to send the divine healing light to your throat chakra, making sure it is in alignment. You're breathing in. You're breathing out. When your throat chakra looks light blue and it's moving in a clockwise motion, you feel you're ready to go into your third eye, you can start visualizing a stream coming out of your throat chakra, moving up into your third eye, visualizing an indigo color, deep blue indigo color, as you see the state of your third eye health. You're still breathing in, you're breathing out. Is your third eye chakra wheel moving counterclockwise, clockwise? Does it look dull or feel blocked? If so, take a deep breath in and send that breath right to your third eye. You're taking deep breaths in, deep breaths out. Deep breaths in, deep breaths out. When you're ready, if your third eye feels and looks the way it's meant to, you can start to visualize a stream going from your third eye to your crown chakra. You are going to visualize a wheel the crown of your head of a violet color. Take a moment to assess which direction your crown chakra wheel is moving. Is it moving counterclockwise? Is it moving slowly? Is the color dull or too dark? If so, take a deep breath in and start to send that breath to your crown chakra. Breathing in, breathing out. Deep breaths in, deep breaths out. You're still taking deep breaths in, deep breaths out. When you're ready, zoom out. You're back inside of the golden egg. You're breathing in that divine, golden, healing energy. You're breathing out. Take a deep breath and send that deep breath all throughout your body, all the way down to your toes, to your fingers, to your shoulders, to your lower back. Breathing in and out. When you're ready, you can start to come back. Just let me know in the comments when you're back. I'll give you guys a couple more minutes. Let me know in the comments how that meditation was for you guys. Nat said letting go of things and feeling light. I'm glad that you're feeling good. That meditation is really good for balancing the chakras, and really, especially if you're feeling out of like in misalignment, and it's a really good one to do after doing like a cleansing, a spiritual bath as well. Once you like doing a spiritual bath and then going in and just realigning your chakras is a very, very powerful way to just come back to yourself. So I'm glad that you guys are enjoyed that one, because I feel like that one's a really, really good one, specifically for that reason. So I'll give everybody a minute to come back, because I think some people are still in the zone. And then we're going to start talking about the astrology and what's going on in the stores. There's quite a bit of things going on in the stores that I'm excited about. Specifically, one specific thing, but we're going to talk about it. We're going to talk about it. Welcome back. I hope that was really good for you. I'll give everybody else like 30 seconds. Oh, also, just so I mentioned this now, because I know I'm gonna get questions of this. If you would like me to pull a card for you during the live, we're gonna just keep doing it the same way we've been doing it before. So you can just do a super chat or $5 or up, and then just tell me which deck you would like me to use, unless you want me to pick for you. But your options this week is the Flower Therapy Oracle cards, the Goddess Guidance Oracle cards, the Archangel Gabriel Oracle cards, the Archangel Raphael Oracle cards, the Archangel Michael Oracle cards, and the Romance Angels Oracle cards as well. So those are the options this week. So yeah, I'll be doing the tarot portion after the astrology part, so you could just put it in there and then I'll do it right after when we get in there. Feeling a lot more chill. My root chakra was moving kind of slow at first with like a slight black soot. Oh wow, by the end it was moving much quicker and I saw the soot falling off. This is why I feel like that specific meditation can be really, really powerful, because it really goes in and gets you to analyze like your behavior, how your energy is moving in specific chakras. What, like, is it going the opposite way? Because a lot of the time we kind of see blockages as, you know, being completely stagnant and something completely not moving. But when it comes to the chakras, a lot of the time we could work against ourselves and against our energies too. So you could have a chakra that is literally moving backwards, especially having your solar plexus moving backwards. It's like, you know, you're not progressing. But the where that becomes like a benefit or a highlight is when you, if you're having a lot of like retrograde activity, if you're getting a lot of those specific energies impacting you, you want to see which chakra is like how it's behaving, why it's going backwards, and seeing how that's translating in your life and how that's manifesting in your life. That's a good way to go in and self-analyze. So I really like doing this specific chakra to get more of those details and, you know, get down to the nitty-gritty of what's going on in there, because I do feel like there's this kind of weird stigma with chakras where people just see them as like this, just like these little lights. And they're literally more than that. They have different behaviors, they have different looks and feels, and how they kind of, you know, balance themselves out. It's really through that work of being on top of them. So they are with, like, spiritually, like, you feel that you're good on that level. So I'm glad that you guys had a really good experience through the meditation. We're gonna get into the astrology right now. As always, I'm gonna let you guys know what's going on with the planets like right now. The sun is in Libra, the moon is in Taurus currently, Mercury is in Scorpio, Venus is in Virgo, Mars is in Aries in retrograde, Jupiter is in Capricorn, Saturn is in Capricorn and it is not in retrograde as well. Uranus is in Taurus and is in retrograde. Neptune is in Pisces and is in retrograde. Pluto is in Capricorn and it's direct, and Chiron is still in Aries in retrograde. So there's quite a bit of squares right now, but there's also quite a bit of trines too. The one thing that I really, really wanted to talk about right now was Saturn going direct. Because Saturn was in retrograde in Capricorn for a hot minute. It earlier in March it went into Aquarius, then it went into retrograde, so then it went back from Aquarius into Capricorn, and now we're gonna have to wait till December 17th for it to go back into Aquarius. Okay. And then where it will remain, Saturn will be in Aquarius for the next 3 years, 3 years. And you were gonna have a new generation of folks going through their solar return. So that's my good luck. I don't really see it as a bad thing. If you are born under the Saturn in Aquarius, if you're part of that generation, technically Saturn is your daddy just as he is my daddy, because, you know, I'm a Capricorn. So you should ideally handle it well if you don't fight against the energy. For the most part, we do embody Saturn's energy in 2 different ways. So it's gonna amplify Aquarian energy and how things are going to be solidified. I do feel like the next 3 years are going to be very revolutionary, just because Saturn will be in Aquarius. We have been breaking a lot of boundaries. We have been, especially through Saturn being in Capricorn, we have been just going very deep into the government, into like values, into what we're deep rooted in, our traditions, our ancestors. I do feel like a lot of people have gone through a lot of awakenings. You see a lot of people like, especially like baby witches and stuff like that, coming out of the woodwork, wanting to get to know themselves, wanting to heal themselves, going through a lot of different things. You also see some people going back into some different things, and that's why I did my podcast, that episode that we were talking about the new age to Jesus trend, because that's still very Capricorn energy, by the way, because Capricorn tends to be very traditional. So a lot of the time, if it's very deep rooted and it's born into a certain belief or a certain idea, or that's what they're comfortable with because that's what they were, just literally born into and how they grew up in, they kind of tend to gravitate, or have bits and pieces into gravitating towards that. So you do see, especially with the Neptune in Capricorn generation, because Neptune rules spirituality, you do see a lot of focus on religion, on traditional ways of doing things. For some people, if you weren't necessarily born in like Santeria or Ifa or something like that, then now you're actually wanting more to dive into those areas. Whereas some people, it's going to translate into Christianity. So the way we go back to our roots, our root chakra, and represent ourselves and balance ourselves through spirituality and religion is very, very, very much deep rooted in the Saturn and Capricorn energy, and what's been going on a spiritual level, because there has been a lot of spiritual activity happening because Neptune is in Pisces. And so, because Pisces rules spirituality, Neptune rules spirituality and religion. So you do have this kind of emphasis on anything spiritual, on connecting to your spiritual self, on understanding your emotions, understanding your intuition, understanding certain aspects, your gifts, literally different levels of your being. And it's really, really important to kind of understand that everybody's journey is not going to be the same. But for the most part, everybody still has to go through on their own path. And with Saturn, pretty much the next couple of months being, out, it's gonna start moving out of Capricorn, and then on December 17th, it goes into Aquarius. You are gonna start seeing that shift, because I don't know if you guys remember, and I've mentioned this a couple of times, when Capricorn went into Aquarius this year, that's really when you started to see the revolutionary blow up that's happening, and it left an imprint. Even if Saturn went back into Capricorn, I don't want to say the damage has been made, but the movements had been made. Like, everything that was supposed to happen happened and stayed consistently happening. And it's almost like we had a moment of reflection and introspection within what needs to be revolutionized, what needs to change, what needs to shift, all of these different things. It's almost like Saturn went into Aquarius and you had that window of like, this gotta go, this gotta change, I'm gonna fight you for this ain't right, okay, no, like, enough is enough. Like, it just, like, it opened up the window, then Saturn went back into Capricorn, and it left that window open, because what Saturn and Capricorn does is it really looks at what we're deep rooted in. And because Aquarius energy is all about that detachment process, moving away from the problem so you can actually see the problem and then doing something about that problem. When Capricorn energy came back into that energy, and you're like, okay, so I see that there's things to be done in these spaces now. Okay, I'm gonna keep this going. We're gonna do more work with this. We're gonna be consistent. There's still people protesting in the streets. There's still people calling out a lot of the lies that are going on throughout all forms throughout the world. And I do think that the evolution that we're needing, it's coming 1000%. I do feel like when Saturn goes into Aquarius, that specific solar return is going to be pretty intense, because Aquarian energy affects all of us. It's not just, even though yes, Capricorn energy affects all of us too, Capricorn energy rules the government. So obviously we're very deeply affected by all the nonsense that goes on in the government. However, Aquarian energy tends to be very expansive. It doesn't just cover one thing. Capricorn energy, it says, this is who I am. This is the mark I've left on the world. This is an imprint. This is what I'm passing on. And this is how you will use it when I'm gone. And we continue to use those things until, you know, Aquarian energy says, okay, but you know, this is great. We've been doing this way, but you know what? We can actually do it better. We just need to upgrade certain things, and we can actually root ourselves in this kind of the same thing, but upgrade it or shift it in a way where it's actually better than it has been. And I do feel like 2021, we're moving into, I honestly want to say a generational takeover in many ways. I do want to, it's gonna be revolutionary energy. I do feel like 2021 is gonna be different than 2020 in many ways. I also feel like technology is gonna be a little bit sped up too. You're gonna see a couple of different things coming up. I'll probably just do a whole 2021 like astrology breakdown so we can just, you know, discuss all of those things. But specifically when it comes to Saturn, I do feel like um using and working with the energy that he's in right now, which is still Saturn and Capricorn energy, now out of retrograde, being direct, being able to move forward. So you really like these next 3 months, not even, yeah, these next 3 months, you really want to take advantage of, actually, no, it's like 2.5 months. It's not even that many months. It's really not. It's not even that many months. It's almost like 2 months period. You really want to take advantage of that Capricorn energy as things kind of start shifting. Okay, you want to take advantage of that Capricorn energy while you have it. This is like the perfect time to plan out the next 15-20 years of your life. Okay, because Saturn ain't gonna come back into Capricorn for another 30 years. He has to go through every sign. Okay, and it takes him like 2 to 3 years to go through every sign. And then that's when he comes back around. That's why it's like it starts when you were like the your Saturn placement when you're born. It takes 30 years for him to come back to that same placement. Okay, that's why it's called your Saturn return. He's returning into your that sign, but he's not only returning to you, he's returning to that generation that was born during the 2 to 3 years. So it impacts that specific generation in a lot of different ways. And so we do have to be a little bit more bold and a little bit more understanding of what this energy means for our future. I think it's really time for us to start making really bold intentions of what we want to see, how we want to revolutionize our lives, how we want to upgrade our lives as well. But what is the root of the intentions that we ultimately want to have in our lives? Like, you can work out the nitty-gritty stuff later. I'm talking about like, what is it that you want? What is the root? What is the root of what you want? Do you want to be successful? Do you want to live in a different place? Do you want to plant your home roots like somewhere else other than where you are? Where do you want to be with your family? Do you want to be distant from your family? Is there another land that's calling you to go heal and do other things in? Is your spirit getting called to a different location? Are you going to be, you know, married? What does your partnership look like? What does your relationship look like? What do you need to do to really analyze and get into the nitty-gritties of like, hey, like, okay, you know what? For the rest of my life, it would be really, really great if I was in these kind of situations. I really envision this for myself. I would really love to, even if it's as simple as setting intention, like I would really love to be happy. I would literally love to be in a place where I am comfortable, where I'm grounded, where I can connect with the land, where I'm growing with the land, where I feel like I am elevating and progressing and I'm not just like stuck or feeling frustrated, like where I'm actively connecting with what is going on with the world and I'm actually doing what I'm meant to be doing in my life. Setting those intentions are very powerful, because that once you get into like Saturn and Aquarius, I'm telling you, we're gonna have to cut up a lot. It's gonna be a lot, because Saturn and Aquarius energy, while it asks for revolution and it asks for change, Aquarius is a fixed sign, you guys. It's a fixed sign. So there's certain things that you're not going to want to change, that you're going to have to change in order to allow these revolutionary ideas, these changes to come in, to actually work themselves into fruition. You're going to have to be a little bit flexible in the areas that you're stubborn in. And this is what I'm saying. Set your intentions with your honest heart of what it is, and the way it will manifest. Don't be so like, you know, set in every minor detail, because you never know what is it that you're gonna need later on. I feel like especially when I set intention as a Capricorn, let me tell you, I really put myself in a position where I'm like, okay, well, I would really love, like, for example, this specific apartment, the way I manifested it was, I really wanted a couple of specific things, but for the most part, everything else I was flexible to. Location, I was flexible. Things, I was just flexible. However, I was still kind of blessed for it to be as easy as possible. I wanted to be able to look out my window and see a tree. Okay. I wanted to have hardwood floors. Okay. I wanted to have this kind of shape where the windows, they have like the three, like, and then have that one in the middle, because I just really love the way that looks. Okay. I didn't want to have to pay utilities. I wanted to be included. And what was the other thing? I wanted to be safe and in a good area. Like, that's literally what I didn't really go in super like I wanted to like I just wanted, I knew those things about it was something that was going to make me feel grounded, that was going to make me feel comfortable, that I was really just going to enjoy about where I would be at. So those are the things that I set in motion. Now, what ended up happening as well is that I live like 7 minutes by cab, or like what, a 35-minute walk from my job. I'm really close to public transportation. I'm really close to the damn Dollar Tree. I'm really close to like certain like really like really nice parks. I'm really close to areas that I can run, restaurants that I already enjoy, and those things I had not planned at all. I had not planned those at all. But because I allowed and welcomed a space where I was like, those small details of feeling comfortable, I now can recognize other details of where I'm at that feel comfortable to me and that keep me in balance. So it's not just about, you know, kind of focusing on every single detail. Like, I want the door to be this color, I want this to be like all of these kind of things. Like, if I wanted to set the intention that I didn't want to live on the 5th floor, then that would have been a detail that I would have put. I don't live in the 5th floor now, I live in the 2nd floor. That's not a problem for me. But if you go in and try to like manipulate every single thing of what your intention looks like, it's going to be a lot harder for it to come in. With Capricorn energy, you just have to really tell yourself, you know what, 5 years from now, I really want to be happy, and I want to have, like, for me, this is something that I literally did 5 years ago. I was like, I want 5 years from now, I would like to be in a relationship with like the love of my life, and I would like to be living with them by this time. I didn't say I was going to meet them on this date. I didn't say, no. Capricorn goals are general. They can be very general. They're a flexible goal because they can come in and manifest in so many different ways. And so you have to be very open to the way things manifest in your life. And for these next 2-ish months, I want you guys to really focus on those intentions that you want to like really amplify your magic with, because once we get into Saturn in Aquarius, it's all about that upgrade. It's all about that leveling up. It's all about that shift, that change, why it needs to look that way, why it needs to be shifted that way. And then you're seeing like, hey, you know, you might have even been limiting the way you were thinking about it, but look at the way it's been delivered to you now. Like, it's a different viewpoint. Remember that we're also in the age of fucking Aquarius right now, okay? Aquarian energy is really, really important. When you get a chance, please go look at the Aquarius video for this month's chakra healing video, okay? Because this came up in their reading as well. They have been in this weird hibernation energy for quite a while. Like, I feel like Aquarius has spent most of 2020 very detached from other people, very distant. Like, they're definitely practicing some social distancing, I'll tell you that much. But they're very distant. They're very, it's almost like they're conserving their energy. When Saturn went into Aquarius, all of a sudden you saw Aquarian energy pop off. It went into, no, this is wrong. No, this is not, no, this needs to be addressed. Like, it was almost like the quiet person in the room popped off. That's really what happened. And you're going to start seeing that shift being super expanded December 17th, going on to the next 2.5 years, while Saturn is transiting in Aquarius. Like, it's going to be a very, very, very big deal. So I want you guys to take the shift that's about to happen, this transit that's about to happen, as a big deal. The 2020 is not supposed to be, is not meant to be like a, you know, easy ride. It is a roller coaster because you're shifting from one to the other. And because Saturn is so karmic, okay, you go from root chakra karma to crown chakra karma, moving into Saturn and Aquarius. Because I told you guys this before, Saturn rules the 2 endpoints of your body. Okay, he rules the 2 endpoints. It's like if you try to avoid him in one, he will meet you in the other end. You cannot avoid it, period. Capricorn rules that root chakra energy. Aquarius rules the crown chakra energy. It has to be in balance, okay? And the midway point is through your heart. I say this every week to you guys. And so it's really important right now to pay attention to that specific energy and how it's playing in our lives right now. Because listen, it's a lot. It's definitely, there's a lot of things coming, a lot of shifts coming, and I think it's a really powerful, just like really powerful times right now. And I know it seems like really crazy because there's a lot of stuff going on in the news. And if you saw my IG last week, you know I was happy that Trump got corona, because that was karma waiting to happen. I woke up that day, I went on Twitter, and I smiled my ass off because I knew, I was like, this is karma. And his whole, like, the whole White House pretty much has coronavirus right now. So I'm just like, y'all didn't want to wear a mask. Like, look at y'all now. There you go. So karma is still being handed off right now. It's so funny because my Saturn is in Aquarius. I found out because of your before calling in your soulmate checklist video. Definitely have been through it with my Saturn return, but it's been coming too close this year. I feel like it's a personal reading. Girl, listen, you dropping gems tonight. I mean, I honestly, like, the specific, like, Saturn and Aquarius, listen, my Venus is in Aquarius and my 7th and 8th house is in Aquarius. So I know next year is gonna be, it's gonna be, well, I'm getting married next year, so it's gonna highlight that, you know, partnership, marriage kind of energy. But I think it's still gonna be a very amazing year. But I am definitely gonna be going through that, like, transformation phase, because it's gonna be, we're evolving into something else. It's just the next level of something. So it's just really, is a really beautiful, I feel like next year is gonna be pretty lit, to be honest. It's gonna be a pretty lit year. I'm excited. I'm definitely excited. Are you doing readings today for 5? Yes, I am. Just do it as a super chat and then pick the oracle cards. I'm gonna show them again just in case you guys need a reminder. Flower therapy oracle cards, the goddess guidance oracle cards. Then we have the Archangel Michael, Archangel Raphael, the Archangel Gabriel, and the romance angels. Okay, so I already pulled some cards while you guys were meditating, as you guys were finishing up for this week, because I wanted to know what was going on. Okay, so bottom of the deck, we have the 5 of Wands, the 3 of Pentacles, and the Tower. I'm really not surprised that y'all has been, like, being a little bit, you know, aggravated, agitated. I've had a couple of those moments. I told you guys already earlier, with people. I do feel like a lot of it is, the energy is definitely, it can be easily misdirected. So you do need to pay attention to that this week, of whom who you are giving your energy to, and but also releasing that energy too. You do not want to have pent up negative energy or negative thoughts or anything like that. Like if you need to say how you feel, be like, hey, well, you know what, I didn't appreciate this, or it would have been nice if you would have done this for me, or you like however it is that you need to explain it. Okay, it's how you need to go through that process. You need to make sure that you are keeping yourself open to how you need to release the energy. It's the same way, and I'm probably gonna get demonetized for this, so I'll try to say it, and I don't know, but your sensual energy, okay? It's the same way where your sensual pent up energy needs to be released. It doesn't go away if you ignore it, okay? Because, well, I don't know how everybody else's sacral chakra is, but mine is very, very much like, nope, I'm right here, boo. So it definitely doesn't go away if you ignore it, in my specific experience, but it's something that still needs to be directed accordingly. So you do have to understand and address how you need to release energy this week, especially if you're feeling a little bit combative or if you're feeling a little bit reactive, because Mars is in Aries and Chiron is in Aries too, like, and they're both in retrograde. So you have to understand if you're getting agitated or you're being reactive, or you're just kind of like, oh, like you're getting frustrated, especially, and it's somebody else causing that, even if it's you, you do have to reflect on like why those things are happening. Why did you initially feel that kind of like agitation? Why did you feel that pain? Why did you feel that like that, you know, kind of energy? Like why did you feel that way? And really sitting down with yourself and analyzing why you're having that energy be conflicting to you, where you're like getting pushed to react. Because is in a retrograde, it calls us to reflect on those things, instead of just lashing out and being, you know, kind of crazy and all over the place. It's really about trying to be a little bit more grounded, and that's coming up in the cards for this week 1000%. So we're getting the Six of Pentacles, the Queen of Wands, okay, we're getting the Seven of Pentacles in reverse, and we're getting the Fool and the Eight of Pentacles, okay? So I do feel like we, like Earth energy, again, I told you guys for like literally for the past couple of years, all of the Earth energies that are in the rest of the chart, even though yes, you have like those faster moving planets, the moon moves every 2.5 days, the sun moves every month, like all of these things do happen, but the rest of the planets, even though they move a little slowly, they do have a huge presence in our behavior and what we're doing, and what changes we're making, how we're integrating those changes, what our focuses are, but they just creep up in a very long way. They kind of almost let things pile up, so you have to address them and realize like, okay, you know what, I've been doing this for a while. Anytime you have to, you sit down with yourself and you're like, I need to stop doing this. I really need to stop. This is not good. Okay, you know what? I've done this for the past 2 weeks. And you see how you're analyzing time right there when you're like saying, you know what? I've been doing this for the past 2 months. I need to stop doing this. I need to stop eating this because I've been eating this for the past 2 months. I have to stop. You're analyzing time, okay? Time is ruled by Earth energy. That's that Capricorn, Saturn energy. And so when you look at the rest of the Earth signs, when you look at Taurus energy and you look at money, oh well, how have you been spending your money in the past month? How have you been spending? How much have you been eating outside in the past month? Have you contributed to cooking for yourself and making your own meals and setting intention, praying over your own meals in the past month? Like, what is there a balance between you eating out versus making your own food, or just eating different types of food too? Like, what is it that you're eating? All of these things, all of the things that we invest our time in, comes back to haunt us later on, because then we're like, oh, you know what, I've been for the past 3 months, and we always do that. We always add a time to everything because the time makes it significant. Even in relationships, for example, like a lot of people don't take new relationships seriously until it hits a certain milestone, because that's how much time you invested in it, okay? So there's people that you're like, oh, I just met someone, and they're like, oh, talk to me when you guys are like 3 months or like 6 months in. It's just like, until then, I'm not taking whatever you're saying seriously. I've had that literally been said to me before. Like, it's like people see it that way. Where it's just like everything is an analyzation of time. And as a Capricorn, I can respect it and I understand why it's happening, but I don't think everybody else understands why it's happening. It is important to take note of the things that we're investing in, including our emotions, our passions, our anger, our drive, and our time. Okay. And the way this week, the way things are coming up, it's kind of like we need to be a little bit more mindful this week because we're coming up with this Queen of Wands energy. So we are trying to have more control. That is a good thing. I want you guys to be on point with that. Every day that you move through the week, understand that you are trying to be a little bit more, have a little bit more self-control, be a little bit more about you. Like, it's not about necessarily other people right now. It's more about you and navigating through your emotions, navigating through your finances, navigating through your week to week, how you're planning your days out, how are you trying to get more organized, all of these kind of nitty gritty things. I have been actively staying on top of my planner. Okay, this is literally like my baby right now because I'm literally using it to get like super organized. You see all these colors? I'm using it to get super organized and just kind of going through like everything that I need to do for the week. And this planner is really cool because I actually have to do it myself. Like, I have to, do the stickers, and then like this is going to be November. And I have to fill every single thing out, including the dates, by myself, which is great because I get to put which moons, what's happening, where the new moons is happening, and like it just, to me, it feels a little bit more personal. Like, I have the moons that are happening, I can see different patterns, I can see when I need to add certain things to my calendar. Like, I'm being way more organized than I have been in the past couple of months, because for the past couple of months I feel like I've been catching up with work. So now I'm really trying to like get everything in order where I'm just like ready to go. I recently, I'm gonna be getting, I just ordered the second set of labels because I'm about to relaunch the oils, so stay tuned for that because that's coming soon. So I'm getting the second set of labels are coming in, so I'm just literally prepping for so many different things for you guys. And this is really where I'm at as well with this. There's only so much time that can be given to other people right now, especially with the Seven of Pentacles energy. It's like, hey, we can't really fully like take from the intentions and take from the fruits that we've planted right now. We're really just trying to balance what we already have. That's a really big one, especially with the retrogrades. This is why this is upside down. It's not about setting necessarily new intentions and trying to look to the future to see when it's going to come in and all this type of stuff. No. This is about working with what you have this particular week. How can you be more in balance with what you have? How can you really, like, if you do have time to share with others, to give to others, to have those moments with others, how can you have those moments and have it be productive? And you can say, okay, you know what, on this day I'll hang out with you, but the other 2 days I really need for myself. I really have to get back on my workout routine. I really need to get back on my body. I need to make sure I'm doing a cleanse. Don't text me, don't look at me for a whole week. I'm gonna be doing a cleanse. Like, what is it that, how much are you giving of yourself to others, and how much are you trying to balance for you, like, so your life is actually in alignment with what you're trying to do, with what your purpose is. Like, what is it that you're doing? Because right now we're seeing ourselves in kind of waiting to see the progress of things. And I do feel like this week it's going to put you in a position where you have set yourself up to be is where you're going to see the stability kind of kick in. And this is when we're talking about the timing. Okay, the timing, oh my god, you know what, I've been doing this for a week and it's been really working for me. I'm going to continue doing this for a week. I've been drinking this tea for a week and it's been helping me focus. I've been working with this crystal for a week and it's really been helping me feel a little bit lighter, not feel as heavy. I feel like it's been beneficial to my healing. I'm going to keep working on it. That is what this energy is, the full energy with the 8 of Pentacles. These habits and these intentions that we're setting that are not necessarily, it's not about the future right now. It's just about getting ourselves in order. These things are actually working for us. We're going to see a lot of the fruits of our labor within ourselves, not necessarily in a super physical sense, but in a way that it's like, oh my God, you know what? I started doing this like 2 weeks ago, and I'm seeing, I feel a lot better. I feel more in alignment. I feel more in control, which is great because I don't feel like I'm out of place. I don't feel like I am like struggling or like having those frictions. Like I really feel like I'm more in control. I am more just balanced with myself, and I am being more consistent, so I feel happier because I'm doing you know how people say people never change? That's because those people don't try. Okay, those people don't try. Those people use that as an excuse to never evolve from what they have been their whole lives, and that is stagnation, period. And so when you allow yourself to say, you know what, I'm going to kind of change things up, I'm going to try to work on certain things, certain projects. I've been working on this specific project for like the past couple of weeks, and I've gotten it to a certain milestone. I feel really happy with myself. I can't wait to continue to to finish this work. You're seeing a lot of that, investing time in you energy coming up this particular week, which is really, really important because listen, if we're not investing time in ourselves, we are neglecting ourselves right off the bat. And so when you're neglecting yourself and when you're not able to really catch up with your breath and say, hey, you know what? Oh, I didn't get to do this week. I'm frustrated with myself. I should have done that this week. Or then that's when you're starting to add negativity into your day to day, because then you're constantly like telling yourself, man, you couldn't do it, or why didn't you do it? Like, and then you're the one beating yourself up. And if you have somebody else in your life, then you have them beating you up about it because you told them you were going to do something and then you didn't do it. And so it's really about just being grounded and maintaining that root chakra energy in the best way. You see, this literally just jumped out like while I was just shuffling for this. Balance work, rest, and play. It's important for you to have fun along with fulfilling your responsibilities. And I'm telling you, it's really about the Six of Pentacles energy. It's like, okay, it's think about it this way. You are rich this week. You're rich of whatever it is that you want to be rich of. You have plenty of, whether that be energy, whether that be fruit, whether that be money, whether that be whatever it is. You are rich this week. How will you move around what you have, what you are rich in order for you to have it be consistently there? Okay, not just giving all your energy away in one shot, whether you're rich with energy as well, not just giving it all away in one shot, but how can you use what you have and have it be balanced, have it be an evaluation where you're like, you know what, I can give some time into this. I can I've worked really hard today. I'm gonna take a moment to, I don't know, I'm gonna play a video game. I'm gonna just try to relax. I'm gonna drink some tea. I'm gonna do some yoga. I'm gonna really do something for me for the next like hour or two and just kind of unwind. I'm gonna focus when Tuesday and Friday, just going to write. I'm gonna focus on my writing. I'm gonna do something of that sort. Having that structure and having that moment of saying, hey, I'm consistently working and being consistent and trying to balance not only my work life but the things that I love and also my rest, gives you the balance that you're seeking ultimately, because balance is about taking control. And the Patreon voted on how do we maintain a balance. That was the video that I'm going to be filming that, so stay tuned for that video. That was the weekly voted video by them, so that video's coming. But it's not necessarily hard to stay in balance. It's all about maintaining your control but also your happiness. You don't have to give up too much if you don't want to, but you do have to make sure that if one thing is outweighing the other, that is an issue. That is an issue that needs to be addressed by you, and then you need to choose you and balance that out. You need to make those choices. It doesn't have to be a rough choice unless you make that choice be a rough choice at the end of the day. So what else do we need to know for this week? What else do we need to know for this week? Financial healing. I'm telling you, See, there's a reason why these pentacle cards are coming up a lot this week. So for you, if this has to do with money, and let's say the Six of Pentacles energy is your sister or your cousin or your roommate wanted to borrow like $50 or something like that, and you can only give like maybe 10 or 15 bucks because you are budgeting for a specific thing. You need to be like, I'm sorry, I either can't, whether or not you want to take that out of your budget, or say, you know what, I can only give you this much right now. I'm saving for something, whatever reason you want to say. But there is financial healing happening out of the balance you're taking. Even in the habits that you are creating, you are healing yourself on a financial level, because the root chakra has to do with that. The root chakra 1000% deals with debt. It deals with money, finances, because at the end of the day, Capricorn energy is going to want you to have that stability. And if you are lacking that stability, then you're going to be frustrated about where you're at in your life. So that financial healing has 1000% to do with you making the right choices, you balancing out what you're spending your money on. And like, for example, if you've been saving for a hot minute, okay, and like maybe you've been saving for a whole month, and your friend wanted to go do something for Halloween, wanted to go on a pumpkin light kind of like mini festival, like walkthrough, where you walk by different pumpkins and stuff like that, and the tickets were like, I don't know, like 30 bucks, and they were like, hey, you want to come through, you want to come and see it or whatever, and you've just been very strict with yourself. Having that balance with your money and making sure you're still having that good relationship with your money is really important, because at the end of the day, you're going to spend your money in a certain way. You want it to be like, hey, you want to see money as a way for you to continue to be happy. It's an extension of your happiness, it's an extension of your love, it's an extension of like, hey, you know what, I love this, I would love to spend time with my friends, I love my friends, I would love to spend time with my friend. It's an extension of your love energy. Okay, this is why Venus rules it. So you want to see this week as like your specific choices being financially healing, being more stable for you, being a balance of all of the things that you want for your life, not just kind of like trying to stay in any type of like hustling, struggling kind of mentality, but just specifically trying to maintain that balance with yourself, so you're not like frustrated with the way your life is going. Because if you never give yourself any time to play, any time to be flexible, you're going to really hate what's going on with your life. You're gonna burn out at one point. It depends on what sign you are, but at some point you will burn out. If you're an air sign, you will burn out faster. 1000%. You can't make an air sign do something for too long, like the same thing for too long. They need flexibility. Okay, this is why Libra rules balance. But air signs can't do the same thing for too long. They have to kind of add different events, add different things that they need to do, into the equation for them to be specifically in alignment with themselves and to feel like that alignment energy. So what do we need to know for this week? Oh, that flew out. Hold it. Okay. Oh, we got bright future. Okay. Stop worrying. Everything's gonna be fine. I know everything's gonna be fine. It's just been crazy ass times. So, like, I feel like the United States, specifically energetically, because of the whole election thing, November is gonna be a shit show. I'm saying it now. Scorpio season is gonna be a shit show. I'm not trying to manifest it. I can just see right through it. Okay, I can see through it. I can see through what's coming. And then you're getting undying love. Okay, and it says the love you have shared is eternal regardless of the situation. This is important specifically because, let me tell you, when it comes to Libra season, you're going to have that soulmate energy lingering. And that includes if you've had to release, some lovers in the recent times. This is the best way I can put it. Some lovers in the recent times. Or you are calling in a partner, because this is a really, really, really good time to be calling in a soulmate partner right now. Especially if you want it to be a little bit more long lasting. And I say that because Saturn is in Capricorn. because Capricorn always wants that more long-lasting type of connections. That's why I'm specifically saying that. This is what I'm saying. If you want to work with this Capricorn energy before it goes into Aquarius, you best be doing it now. I said what I said. Okay. Archangel Raphael, what do we need to know for this week? What do we need to know for this week? Oh, hold on. Hold on. That flew all the way over there. Okay. So we got 2 cards from Archangel Raphael. Oh, that just fell. Okay. We got 2 cards from Archangel Raphael. The first one is Sunlight. Sunlight. Dear Archangel Raphael, please help me enjoy the benefits of sunshine in a safe and healthy ways. This is that balancing work and play energy, because you can't just be too strict. You do have to, like, it's a Venus energy season, okay? You still gotta show up, or you're not gonna enjoy anything, because Venus is like, where's your pleasure? Where is it? Why aren't you having it? Why aren't you enjoying yourself? Because and the next one is prayer works. Dear God and Archangel Raphael, thank you for hearing and answering my prayer. And then it says, add the details of your prayer below. So this week really calls, I feel like if you guys are frustrated at any point this week, go into prayer mode. Prayer is like a really, really good way to just alleviate a lot of the tension that we kind of come across during any type of frustrating times, especially with a lot of this Aries energy. If you are feeling like you're about to punch somebody, pray on it. Be like, Archangel Michael, please calm down my energy before I pop off. Like, go ahead and pray on it and just watch yourself calm down, because it's a lot easier to just, you know, pray than like end up doing or saying something that you're not actually in alignment with, especially if you're the one that needed to analyze what you were saying in the first place. Okay, so Archangel Michael, what is it that we need to know for this week? Okay, so we're getting 2 messages from Archangel Michael. First one is energy healing work, which is great because we already started that into today's live with the meditation. So, and the prayer goes, thank you for sending healing energy to me and through me for my own blessings and for all of those around me. Thank you for connecting me to loving and high integrity healers and teachers of energy healing modalities. Okay, so maybe this week you definitely need to connect with some energy healers, do more of your chakra healing work, making sure you're working with your crystals, making sure you are holding space for your ancestors, meditating, being consistent, and so that way your spirit actually feels in balance with your physical body as well during this time. The next one is let go of fear. Okay, and let go of fear, and the prayer says, Archangel Michael, please help me feel safe and deserving of your guidance. Thank you for clearing me of heavy, toxic, or ego-based thoughts or feelings. Listen, let go of fear. This one, I feel like specifically it goes into that Chiron, that wounded healer energy, because I feel like a lot of like the wounds we have are definitely deep rooted in fear. They do have a lot of connections to that space which is uncertain, that space where we're afraid of, where we're afraid to go to, because we're gonna have to come to terms with all of these different issues and things in our past, and it can be a very scary thing to have to look at your wounds and take them head on and be like, okay, give it to me straight. What is it that I need to heal right now? What's going on? Just tell me so I can do the work. Like it's not as easy as that, because we're humans. We don't make it as easy as that. That's just the honest answer. We don't. And it's because a lot of the time we're afraid to it's funny, I just opened this deck and the first thing that I saw was let go, and I'm just like, let go of fear. That was cute. But I do feel like there is this like energy of being afraid of the things that we need to do, the things that are right in your face, the things that are like, you know, literally staring at us to address. And Chiron comes in and he's like, poke, poke, I'm poking that wound, I'm poking you. Do you feel me poking you? Do you? Do you now? Do you? Like, it's just like this kind of constant pokety poke until you have to do something about it. Chiron being an Aries for me right now is in my 9th house, and I'm telling you right now, guys, I've been wanting to get on a plane and fly somewhere so badly because I'm very active with my 9th house. Very, very active. I don't have any planets in Aries, but I don't consider any house dead. I know a lot of people do that, and I honestly, I kind of hate it when astrologers be like, this is a dead house. Bitch, I still work with the energy. I still use it every single day. What are you talking about? Sit down. It really, really, really irritates me when I see that. I literally see astrologers do that all the time. And I'm just like, are you serious? Are you serious? Like, yeah, just because my whole 6th house, my stellium is not being triggered, doesn't mean that I don't need the energy of my 9th house, okay? And so for me, Chiron being in my 9th, for me, it triggers my need to connect with the land itself. Okay, I get a lot of healing when I travel, because I can literally connect with the land itself, and just like looking at the astrocartography and seeing how the land is affecting me. Like for example, when I was in Mexico, oh my God, I was having so many dreams, like consistently every single night I was having dreams. Every single night I had spirits outside my window. Like, it was a very spiritual energy because my Neptune was getting triggered at the time while I was in Mexico. And so for me, it was a very spiritual experience being there. And so I learn a lot and I connect to the spirits of the land, and it literally charges me up. I literally am able to do so much work when I'm in other places. And so I am definitely in a lot of pain that I don't get to travel nowhere right now, because of this whole coronavirus thing. And so Chiron being in Aries, it's like it's a really annoying, because it's like I go through these phases through the weeks where I'm just like, oh my God, I really just want to go somewhere. I'm really just, it's not like I don't love where I am, or like I don't feel blessed or any other thing. It's just that I get the travel itch a lot. I have like I got Mars in Sag in my 5th house. Okay. So my 9th house energy, my Sag energy, is very much active in traveling, active in education and learning and being in other places. That's just how I am. So I don't ever consider it like my 9th house a death house, because it has such a huge impact on who I am on a day-to-day basis. So for me, I really need to, like, for me, I feel like I need to come into terms of how I connect with the land, especially in the United States. Because even if I'm taking like a short trip, like I'm editing the blog for you guys that we like did a short trip, not this weekend but the past weekend, no, 2 weekends ago, where we just kind of, it was like a birthday thing. We went for one of Bay's friends' birthday. They wanted to rent an Airbnb up in PA and just, be in the woods surrounded by trees and all this stuff. So that's pretty much what we did. But I really was connecting with the land specifically, and with the Native American spirits of the land. And that always happens to me. Anytime I'm going anywhere within the United States, or I'm planning to go somewhere within the United States, I will get a vision before I go. Okay, like a week, a month before I go, of what I need to do. Whether it be ritual, whether it be offerings, or like whether it be like what I need to be aware of, all of that. And then it just literally came to me, and I was like, okay, I know what I need to do. And then I'm connecting with the land, and I'm actually using my 9th house energy, and I'm working with the 9th house energy. So it helps me just have that integration and that grounding with myself. So that's how I analyze that for me. Now for you, looking at where Aries is for you, especially because I know, again, you guys are already mentioned in the comments that you're having a lot of activity in that Aries, that fire energy, where you're just like, you're either angry or you're lashing out, you want to curse somebody out, you want to just like, it's coming out. Look at where Aries falls for you. Look at where Chiron is transiting for you, because it's going to give you that insight into what it is, how you can alleviate and release some of that pent up energy that you have. Because if not, it's just going to keep poking you until you like do something about it. Because it's not about like me sitting there and being afraid I'm never going to travel again because Corona. I'm just like, I'm never going to be able to go anywhere. Oh my God, this land is calling me and I can't even go. Oh my God. And I'm just looking at the time like, oh my God, how many years is it going to take for me to travel again? Like, I'm not thinking about it that way. I'm thinking like, okay, I would love to be somewhere else, but within my current circumstances, within the United States, where can I go where I can still connect with the land, where I can still receive the messages that I need, when I can still work with spirit one-on-one in that way? Where can I go? Spirit, where are you calling me? And setting the intentions and calling that in. So I'm not afraid of where I'm ending up. I'm more open to the possibility of healing there, if that makes any sense. So Archangel Gabriel, what do we need to know for this week? Archangel Gabriel's petty. I did not do this on purpose, okay? I did not. The archangels are petty. I didn't do this on purpose. Okay, we're getting let go from Archangel Gabriel. Release the desire to control the situation and leave it up to God's infinite wisdom to resolve everything beautifully. I'm telling you, cannot make this stuff up. I feel like this happens every week where one of the archangels decides to just troll my life away. Archangel Gabriel, what else do we need to know for this week? What else do we need to know for this week? What else do we need to know? Okay. Motivation. Okay. And it says, pray for guidance as to how to increase your enthusiasm for and focus on this project. And I think that's a really good one if you're trying to direct a lot of that energy, especially if you are pent up in any type of way. Asking and redirecting that. Asking spirit, hey spirit, I feel like whether it be your chest, whether it be your solar plexus, whether it be whatever, like even if it's a specific chakra that's being more active to the point where you feel it, like feel it, ask for that to be directed in a new way. Ask for that energy to be manifested in a new way, and motivate yourself. Ask spirit to help you, like, hey, okay, I feel like I'm really, really pent up with this. I feel like I'm really fired up. I have been having issues sleeping. Can I please redirect this to my projects? Can I please redirect this energy into focusing on my habits, getting back to my workout routine? All of these different things that we need to make sure that we're focused on, so we're not, you know, all feeling all over the place or feeling way too intense in the moment. Because that, when that happens, is like, I feel like we get really frustrated, and then when you're frustrated, we kind of try to find the short way, the fastest way out of the issue, and sometimes that's not the best way to address it. Like, Aries has a way of doing things, and granted, there's a lot of the time that Aries does stuff, and I honestly feel like Aries can be very lucky. It does take from that Sag energy, because I do feel like Aries is a very lucky sign, but it does, they kind of make these moves sometimes, and then they, you know, they get a pass. They end up just doing the thing. And then there's sometimes where it's just like they're pent up and it's just like it doesn't go anywhere, and they can get really depressed, and the energy kind of tends to just like scrunch up and just be really tight, and it's just like, oh, I feel, and it's just, it can be frustrating. So you do have to try to let go and ease your way through the weeks, but at the same time, use that energy that you have pent up, if you have it, and redirect it to where you need it to go. Because I feel like 1000% that's way more productive than you just being frustrated and watching the universe like beat your ass down, because that's just not fun. It's just really not fun. Okay, what do we need to know for this week? I swear, sometimes I be getting attacked by these damn cards. Attacked, okay? I said what I said. Hold on, because like a bunch of cards came down. Okay, oof, lots of stuff. So the first one that came out was romantic feelings. Your feelings are real and worth exploring. It's that Venus vibes right there. Then we have calling in your soulmate. Your prayers, affirmations, visualizations help to bring you together. And I do feel like there are people who are really actively trying to call in their partner, but they want to be triggered about it. That's one of the things about like you know when you're not okay. I'll backtrack. My Venus in Aquarius makes it so if I'm not with my partner, if I don't like anyone, I feel super detached with people in that way. Like I won't even like get randomly attracted to people or anything like that, because if I'm not like in the zone of I am calling or receiving or within like that crush phase, I feel absolutely nothing. I'm focused on myself. I'm very much like, what do I need to do? What am I gonna do? Da, 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 da. Like I'm really about doing my own thing. Like it really just goes straight into that. When I get caught up in the feelings though, in these things, okay, the romantic feelings, that's when stuff gets complicated, because that's when things start kind of being a little bit out of your control. If you're calling in the energy of your soulmate, you're equally calling in the energy of those feelings to come in. You want to be triggered because that's your feelings. You feeling intensely, you feeling triggered is how you know that it's real. Okay? If you do not feel triggered, if you don't feel that connection, if you don't feel that intensity, you will not feel like it's real. You'll just feel like flip-floppy. You'll feel a little bit like, I don't know, or you'll actually know, but you'll say, I don't know. And you'll just kind of try to make it be like a little bit all over the place where it doesn't need to be. When you like have this connection with your soulmate, when you meet your soulmate, when you're in the presence of your soulmate, you will feel the hell out of that shit. Okay, it is a very intense feeling, and it's something that you feel it without even having to talk to that person. You could be in the same room and you're like feeling this whole other freaking energy, and you're like, where is that coming from? Where is that? Where is it? What? And you're literally, it's like your body, your entire spirit is like like trying, it's like a compass trying to like direct you, like, hey, it's right here, turn around. And you're just kind of like, I feel really, really, really like heavy. Like, what is that? It needs to be present. The romantic feelings needs to be present. That intensity needs to be present, for you to be able to recognize these connections in the first place. So if you have been a little bit detached, and I do see that this week is, again, it's a little bit more of that, having a little bit of detachment, and we're getting called to be a little bit more playful, and to balance our like responsibilities and the things that we're dedicating ourselves with against everything else. So you have to make sure that you are allowing yourself to be a little bit more out there, especially if you don't have a specific partner right now, but you're calling them in. You have to make sure you're present. That includes whether it be online, whether you're doing a dating app, whether you're doing like you're going to the grocery store. You can't just have your sister go to the grocery store for you and be like, oh, I bumped into your soulmate. That's not how that works. So make sure that you are present so you can actually receive those connections. We're also getting playfulness this week. To recapture romance, allow your inner youthful spirit of fun to shine. And I do feel like that Venus energy this week is going to be pretty big. I mean, the moon is in Taurus right now, so we do have that like loving, caring energy that you're just like, oh, I want to eat, I want to have dinner with Bae, I want to relax, I want to watch a movie, I want to do something that I love to do. It's a very pleasurable energy. The moon is exalted in Taurus, okay? It loves being in Taurus. This is one of my favorite moons to do love work, okay? Because it's Taurus energy. It's really amplified in a very beautiful way because the moon just loves being in Taurus. And so you want to have and emphasize that energy of Taurus, where it's just like playful and funny and joking. And if you don't have that in your life, you want to call it in that way as well. The other one that we're getting is children. Your love life is being affected by children. So this can come up in different ways, okay? Because it's some things are not just kids. Children a lot of the time are I cannot say the word today. Symbologically, oh, did I say it right? They talk about, it's almost like that full stage. It's very much of a new birth of a new idea, because children have to go through the process of going through the birthing process. It is something that has been set in stone, okay, that has to come into fruition, that it has been set in stone for a long time. So if you have been calling in your partner or trying to call in a specific partnership, doesn't have to be romantic either, into your life, and you're actively like saying, hey, you know what, I would really love to experience this, in my life and you've been calling it, you're going to start seeing a lot of the birthing stages of that coming into fruition right now, especially with when it comes to our connections and how we feel and those initial feelings that we feel towards it. This includes opportunities, job opportunities that we're getting, and being a little bit more open and playful on when we do receive it. I feel like if you do get a job offer or something like that this particular week, you want to make sure that you are like, just let yourself shine through it. Let yourself be like happy about the work that you did, about the like intention that you put in behind it, all of these different things. Like, let yourself be happy, like, oh my god, so like if somebody just like straight up like proposed to you and you're just, well, it's a person that you want to marry anyway, and you're just like, oh my god, this is, I set the intention one day that this would happen and now it's happening. So it's the same thing for these intentions that we set for ourselves with business, with health, with career, with where we're at. And then when we do have it, we do have to make sure that we're like, wow, I set this intention, I put it, I sent it out into the universe, and now it has birthed itself into my life in a really, really, really beautiful way. And that's a really beautiful process to even have to accept, to really analyze like what's going on in your life and see, look at all the things you've manifested and be like, wow, I did that thing. I really, really did that thing. That's a really powerful thing to do, especially as a witch. Okay, especially as a witch. Now, our planetary energies for this week is fire and Aquarius. So I guess it's a good thing that we spent so much time talking about it this week. You see, spirit be trolling. Fire and Aquarius. Please, 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 please make sure that you check out your transit, specifically how any of the fire signs is affecting you right now. Specifically Aries, because I do feel like Aries is just like on pure fire. But also your Aquarius transits. Please check your Aquarius transits, especially in December. You want to know where it is landing. When Saturn shifts into Aquarius, it's air. It moves faster than Capricorn. It just does. Even if it's a fixed sign, it does move a little bit faster because air. You see this? This is air. Okay, I'm pushing air right now. You know how long it would take me to push Earth? I would just have to be like massaging it really slowly. It takes forever to push Earth. That's why seeds take a while to come up from the ground. Air is like, cha-cha-cha-cha-cha. Like I'm just a karate chop master right now. So it moves faster. Intentions move faster. Things revolutionize and change and shift faster. So be very aware of that energy for this week. And now I'm just going to pull a mudra for us for this week so we can have that for our meditations, because I know you guys like it when I pull these guys for you guys. So that way you guys have that mudra to meditate with. Which mudras should we be meditating with this week? Ooh. Okay. Which mudras should we be meditating with this week? Okay. That was 3 different mudras. Let's see. Aw. So the first one is optimal circulation. Releasing into the stream of serenity, I experience complete inner nourishment and healing. Okay, that's what this one looks like. I'm gonna flip it over for those who are gonna come back later and pause and read, but this is what it looks like. The next one is honoring thoughts and feelings. And it says, through welcoming thoughts and feelings, I fully embrace my psycho-emotional being. Okay, that's for all my Aries triggers that's happening this week. Okay, that's the back for this. We're going to come back and read it. And then our last one is uplifting current of energy. Nourished with uplifting energy, I embrace life wholeheartedly. That is this one. This is the back. Okay. So those are our mudras for this week. I'm just going to hold them up one last time so y'all can come back and meditate. Make sure that you are using this within your meditations, because they'll definitely help you just maintain that balance and that alignment throughout the week. So if one of these comes up later on in the week, you could just change the mudra into something else and then just meditate with it. Lastly, before I go, I did want to mention this. So for the workshop that's happening at the end of the month, so the free tickets are already sold out. There's only donation tickets left. And there's literally, I believe, like three or two ritual kits left. I'm gonna start sending out the ritual kits next week. So definitely make sure that if you want one, you get your hands on it, so that way I can ship that out to you, so you have it ready by the day on Halloween where we're going to be doing the ritual. Make sure you sign up, because that live is going to be private. It's not going to be public. So if you do want to partake and be there and share space and be part of that ritual, the affirmation, the meditation, everything that we're doing that day, you need to sign up for it. Okay. So the link is going to be down below once I upload the video, because you know the live takes a minute to upload because they're really long. But once I upload, the link is going to be in there. Also, it's also in the community tab of TigeraGitana, my YouTube channel, so definitely check it out if you would like to make sure that you're there and present. But the last days for tickets, I believe, is October 15th. Yeah, October 15th is the last day for any of the tickets, but the free tickets are definitely already sold out. So yeah, so if you definitely want to join in, I recommend being part of that one. That one's going to be amazing. That full moon and Taurus ritual is going to be amazing. So I hope to see you all there. If you are a patron, if you are on the High Priestess level, you automatically already have tickets. If you want to purchase the ritual quits, you just have to do it through the Eventbrite page, but you would already, I'm going to send you guys the information for the workshop next week, so stay tuned for that. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and just wrap up. Thank you guys for joining me this week. I feel like it was a very I love every week that we get to kind of catch up together and, you know, talk and go through like the energies and what's going on, because I do feel like it sets us up for the week really nicely. So I'm really glad that for everybody who's been joining, and for everybody just who watches them later and who just catches up, because I know, you know, there's some people that work and some people that sleep during the day and stuff like that. But thank you to everybody who just takes time to be here, be present every week. And thank you also my new subscribers as well. I have to say that I've been getting a lot of subscribers, and I'm really excited with the growth of the channel as well. So thank you so much for all of the love, all of the support, and just for being here, because the whole point is to grow a community together and really heal ourselves, and have being present within that healing space. And I'm so glad that we get to do this every single week. So I hope you all have a very beautiful night. I will see you guys next week and in the next videos, because I do have videos planned for this week, so stay tuned for that. I will see you guys. I love you guys very much. Bye.